Hello, everyone. Good evening. Welcome along. What are you laughing at?
Hello, everyone.
Go away. Mrs. Argsy's just got home, so a little bit late. Anyhow, hello. How you doing? See you. Right. So after all that, it's all her fault. I'm gonna blame it on her. Right. I'll go back and start again. But no, nice to see you all. Welcome back to Willow River. Another busy episode ahead. There is lots to do. We're into November? Oh, I was somewhere else. We're in November anyhow, and it's harvest season. We have a contract to do, field 33 down here. It's wheat in it, but there's also a few others down on 101. 85. So there's a few harvest contracts around to do, so we're going to jump in and do those. It might be a little bit of nighttime harvesting tonight, because as you can see the sun's been setting, but it has been raining and hailing, and we've got tornadoes on the horizon and all sorts last rest of the day. But check out the new truck. Exoson's going to start it up for us there. How good does that look? Kenworth with the, what do you call those? Are they a B triple? Is that a B triple? The Aussies will correct me or not, but very nice set of tippers there. So yeah, we're starting to get some big equipment on the farm. But let's go and find a combine. I can see an AF11 over here, so we'll jump into that. There's a grain cart. Right spot. So let's go and we'll have a chat while we're driving. So our cab view, because we're enjoying that at the moment. And a look. Yeah, that on. And what else do we need to turn on? Flashes. Yeah, they're working. You can see them flicking away there on the roof. And let's go and start with some harvesting. So we've got a good crew on at the moment. Axelson, Rex, Mike, Hyper is in here as well. Drummer was, but like he just dropped out, so hopefully he can join back in as well. And yeah, that gives what? A truck driver, a couple of combine operators, a grain cart operator, and then probably some other contracts that can be done at the same time. Hyper's warming up on the trampoline. But you can take the kid out of the adult, but you can't take the adult. No, the other way. You can take the. Well, you know what I'm trying to say. You can't take the kid out of an adult. Never too old to have a bit of fun. Is what I am trying to say. Right, let's go driving. So welcome along, everyone. Nice to see you. Thank you, Paul Wright. I saw you pop up in there with a membership. Thank you very much for that. Much appreciated. Garrick, hello. How you doing? Hampton Eggs. I don't know if you're still here. I did see your message joining in a little bit early just to say hello. So hopefully you are around. If not, thanks for popping in and seeing. ODC today. What do you mean? Chinook, how you doing, mate? Good to see you. Bugger about your live streams. I was watching Chinook flying from Heathrow to Edinburgh before the stream, and he had a system crash just at the top of descent, or he's just starting his descent down into Edinburgh, so that was a bit of a shame. Hopefully you can get that sorted out, mate. It sounds like the issues I was almost having with my graphics card was overheating and it was just going nut too much and shutting down. Anyhow, Hyper was here. ED, hello, how you doing? Good to see you. Good evening to Craig. Welcome along. Nice to have you here, mate. Just slow down a little. Don't want to get taken out by a train. Nothing there. And we don't have traffic turned on, so. And it sounds like we've got a tractor right behind us. I don't know who that is and what they're driving, but it sounds a little bit like. Oh no, we've got a truck way behind us, but not. That truck's going to have to be careful going across those train tracks. You wouldn't want to stop at the intersection and have a train come along. You'd be toast very, very quickly. Yeah. Anyhow, Shay, how you doing? Good to see you back again this week. Hope it isn't as cold for you. Oh, it's been a bit chilly the last few days. Actually being out on the football pitch in the evenings, but not too bad. Bearable. So this morning, Mrs. Argsy dragged me out of bed early and for a walk with the dog, and that was a bit chilly. But we may do. Lucifer, how you doing? Welcome along as well. Good to see you. Blogstar is here. Pleasure to have your company. Drummer did manage to walk back in. Oh, no Discord. Yeah, I can jump into Discord. Didn't got round to it. Like I said, I got distracted by Mrs. Argsy. Then a sec, out of the field. I think. Which way do we go on this one? Check our map. Go right here because we're getting to 33. Yeah, it has been a bit chilly, but not too bad. Not too bad at all. Mr. Haythornthwaite, hello mate. Happy birthday for yesterday, I think it was. Hope you had a great day. Hope you had time off work. Thought about it the other day and went and booked a day's leave on my birthday. Making sure I'm not working that one. Lucifer, how you doing? Good evening. Gosh, there's a lot of people here. I feel like I'm still only halfway through all the comments and the hellos. Summer, how you doing? Good afternoon. Welcome to the stream. Good to have you here. It is indeed a B-triple. I thought it was Blockstar. Thank you for that. A little bit of belated acknowledgement, but thank you there. Right, we are coming up on 33 up here on the left. Right, let's have a look. Or did I tune into the right one, or did I not? No, I went one too early. No, I went into 35. Okay. I'm lost, Axelson. I'll figure it out. I've got these awkward headers that are notoriously bad to reverse, but... Right, one more, around the corner. I've still got my game sound pretty loud. Here we go. Oh, was I meant to go into the field there too? Oh my. On contract I'd be. I'm always impressed. Like, I see guys come here and do work on the farm for my father, coming to spray a field, put some fertilizer on something, or mowing them for hay and silage and things like that. And they always know exactly which one it is, and you know, that's not hard to communicate, but you go from one farm to another, to another, to another, you know exactly which field you're working. I'm thinking there could be an app opportunity there. Be able to share. I mean, it's probably easier now than it used to be, but that's some way you can share and get done properly. Right, let's drop that off there. Things unfolded on top. Up front. Alright. Now we need... Alright, we made it. We are here. Now let's do party lights. Now they're not going to know we're in town. Now we can turn that beacon off. We're not going to do that. Let's see, we should. See? Right, and set up too. Straight into it. Beauty. Beauty, beauty, beauty. Alright, looks like we've taken on a couple of cultivating, weeding, and ploughing contracts just to keep everyone busy. It's good, but I actually thought it'd be quite nice to do a bit of work at night. Also, it's something you neglect in a stream because I kind of think do it in the daytime, but let's go and do some night work. Cheers, ham and eggs. Good to have you here, mate. At least you're able to stay up. Rest easy though. Been a bit chilly in Hamilton, Shane. I think it gets a bit cooler in Waikato. Now this field's interesting. It's got these 3 clumps of trees in the centre of it we're going to have to deal with, so that'll make it a bit of fun. And somewhere, I imagine, I'm just having a look. Thought we might have had the other case brought down here, but I can't see anyone in the 5088. We would have been running both combines. Not at this stage. Well, here you go. It'll be worth it. Be worth it. Bruce Stewart, how are you? See you, welcome. Things are all good for you? Go. Right. We're going to get some proper rows done. This is a proper Aussie field, isn't it? Guidance doesn't quite like those features. It's okay. So, make sure we get it all. Hey Mick, how you doing? Good to see you. Elder, good evening mate, welcome. Liam, when do you think we'll have Winchester done and on Mod Hub? Can't wait to play on it. I have no idea. Soon. That's all I'm going to say. But there's still quite a lot to do with it. I've learned so much in the last couple of weeks, and that different things, and things I wish I knew before I started, or tools that I wish were available before I started. And playing around, and you probably, some of you might have noticed on Mod Hub, there's a whole lot of scripts popped up for different map making things for Giants Editor. You probably just glossed over them and didn't think much of them, but if you're ever considering of dabbling in Giants Editor and playing around with a map, honestly suggest taking the time and learning some of those, because they are absolutely fantastic. Big time savers. Like I said, I wish I knew. It's a bit hard to use them now because I'd already done some of the tasks, but I've completely rebuilt the power network this week because of this tool. Just made the power lines, like it's probably been worth it, because I was probably going to spend 2 weeks just trying to get all the lines looking good. Power poles were there. This tool does it all for you, and using my power poles, so it was well worth the time. I finally got my first custom placeable building finished. It just needs some decoration in it, so good milestone. And that, now that I've got that one right, I know exactly what I need to do for all the rest. So get that done. So yeah, it's a process. It'll get there, but promises on when it'll be done. Had to work, but you had dinner and a cake. Nice. Lucifer, have I had any luck with seasonal wool not available after saving and restarting the save? Yes, I have fixed that. I'm just getting it tested because I also fixed the realistic livestock as well. So got all of that working. Here we go, our grain cut. So everything is all up and working. I should unload it over the fence to Mike. I'm 75% full, but I'm not going to make it back around to the truck. Okay. Which reminds me. Anyone who's around can listen to me talk at the same time. 80%. Mike's still here. Here you go, Mike. Come and park up over the fence. Unload over the fence. On the side of the road. I'm not going to make it round. Ooh. Alright, there we go. At least you're able to make it on tonight. Good. 8 here in Hamilton feels like 7. It's been 9 in Hamilton, so you're on the same block as us. Lighting looks amazing. Yeah, it does, eh? It's the one thing I think they've done amazing. Thompson was... Well, I think they've done a lot of things amazing. Lighting is one of them. Okay, we filled that grain cart up with one hopper. Oof. Oh, and then we get last night's kicking. No, last kicking. On there with our looking up these trees here, and you can see even the GPS, the in-game tram lines aren't straight. So with how that is applied. Right, thanks. It is quite funny how it goes dark and then it goes transitions to slightly lighter. Weird. It's weird. Pay $50 for a version with all the fences removed. Starts at 21:30. Okay, so we've got an hour and a half, so we're not really going to experience fast night. So, that's all right. Might do. What's that? An hour and a half? Yeah, well, we'll get just a fast night. So that's definitely one of the things I'm making sure I can have as many fences as possible. Just taking some time. What do I think of Mod Hub being on Nintendo Switch for the signature? I think that's fantastic. I think it's great that I've been able to do that and work that with Nintendo. That must be a huge thing for Nintendo to allow mods to be installed on the game. I mean, I haven't followed enough Nintendo games to know if it's a thing, but it must be a big deal. Very cool. And it seems that any console compatible mod has automatically become a Switch compatible mod, so it's using a similar system. PlayStation and Xbox, because having a look at my mods like the Anywhere Object Storage, Block by Bunker, and what's the other one? My pole sheds, they're all available, so they're all Switch compatible. Cool. Pretty cool. Steiger on a good discount, that's there. Look. Alright, let's just see, have we got... Alright. Days. Happy days. Strody, good morning. Welcome in. What's it worth? 300. Oh, what is it? Oh, is that a 715? Oh. 785. 850 horsepower. Oh, that is the big version. I mean, in saying that, we could buy it outright. There's $300,000 in the account, so it could be an outright purchase. Don't have to hire purchase equipment. Dudley, thank you very much for the subscription. See that popping up in there, thank you. Catch 22, teaching yourself something. You learn stuff yourself, helps you remember. If it's wrong or not, it's hard to rewrite. Yeah, there's always some I've learned so much. Our maps. We had to stay above 5. Oh yeah. True. True. Yes, there is an operating capital that we need to hold on the farm at all times. Spend all that cash if you're allowed. I know, that was the rules, we're not going to break them. Let's abide. Alright. It looks like we've got plenty of eager beavers working around the place. Look here, so there's 3 of us in the field here. What else we've got operating? Field 91, Reeks up there with the 5. Work. Up here. Piper's up the top there doing some work. Another couple of fields over here. Drummer. This case is, and of course the 9RX. Plenty of people all over the place. Cultivating, weeding, ploughing. Jobs to be done. Usually, yeah. Usually. You think it's the first game that got mods on Nintendo Switch? That's how I feel about it too. Would not be surprised. Right. G'day Joel. Welcome. Good to have you here. Hope you're doing well. I wasn't planning on doing any. Joel. Thought about it sort of last minute before the stream. But I think we'll do your alarm. I think we'll just. Alright, just get my boys more on his phone so he can set an alarm. 5 minutes. Enough time. Yeah, I thought we'd just focus on farming and talking. What? Back into the Lego next week. I wasn't really sure what tasks there were to be done. Happy though. If you're new to the channel, new to the server, welcome along and great to have you here. We run several multiplayer servers at any one time, and we always try and have a challenge on them, so there's always something different. And in this server, we're a contracting business, so we've finally bought a farm. We started out owning some land over here. There's a lot of land in here, which was our home. Equipment floating around over here. But yeah, that was home base and built up some money. And the rule was we had to own a Class 11 combine, like the AF11 we're operating at the moment. We had to have one of those and a large tractor before we were allowed to buy our own farm. So we were trying to expand and get the contracting business up and running. But the long-term goal is to have 5 of this size combines. They don't have to all be case. 5 of these combines, and there's a list of equipment we have to own. They have to be case. Excelsen's telling me they have to be case. There's OCD. But yeah, five big combines, a certain number of big tractors. There's a whole lot of other things that were listed that had to be owned before we could, basically, to complete the contractor challenge. And in parallel with that, we were running our own farm, but the rule was we couldn't buy a farm until we owned one of the combines and one of the tractors. So we can't buy another field for our farm, so it's only a single field at the moment. We can't buy another field until we own another combine, and so on and so on. And the rules with buying the fields, they have to join the farm. So there was a community vote on which farm to buy. Main farm up here, one out. That came with field 1. See there. And the rule now is we have to buy a farmland that joins that. So the only fields we can buy are 4, 6, 18, and 2. Can't buy 3 because it doesn't. So that was kind of one of the rules. And it dictated which farm might be the best one to buy, or who we'd go and who would grow. So it's been fun. Been a very popular server too. Lots of people on it. Fantastic. Hey, Farmer Fledge, how you doing? Good evening to you, Hayden. Boy there, how you doing? Not a real farmer unless you're in debt. I don't know if that's the best way to judge if you're a real farmer, but I know what you mean, Shane. Anyone who looks at these people who run big operations, they don't have a lot of debt, or they can just go out and buy a $500,000 tractor. I mean, I loved Millennial Farmer's comment the other day when he hopped into his tractor. He's like, "This is my $1 million Ferrari Lamborghini." All right, so it's going to take a wee while to fill that truck up, I imagine. Big hoppers. You and your no case. I still don't understand the Disdain for case equipment. Oh, we're going to get pretty close to Mike there. Did you get bullied by a case tractor at school, or bring back bad memories somewhere? Does seem to be a very, very deep dislike for them. That's right. Just to say case did bad things. Well, I've always been a John Deere fan, but I've come around and don't mind a case. Now they're, yeah, I might have been swayed a little bit by getting to go and tour one of their factories in Chicago, but bonus. So I'm going to do this all in cab, navigate my way around. But hey Strody, thank you very much for that membership, my friend. Legend. Larson, yeah, Larson's fun. You watch them. They're interesting because they're much bigger than you actually perceive from the videos. They have a lot more staff and a lot more equipment and people doing things than actually tell videos. Yeah, they're definitely a big time operation. You need to watch some of the videos on Arian Grain or Bingham Ag in Australia though. There are some big operators in Australia. Time to get back into some farms and multiplayer. Has been a long time. Yeah. Oh, you're always welcome, Strody. Always room. Definitely. I know the guys are pretty keen to set up a new realism server. Go to Schweiting Bahnhof, but find the right map for it. Usual challenges. Right, Mike, I'm going to swing left here and go back down the road to your right. Good. Alright, we're going to have a narrow little road because we're working on the side of the field was the GPS was set up on. Is not my row of shame, that is just the header width and the field size. Welkers and Millennial Farmer. Millennial Farmer was the second after Welker. Yeah, Millennial Farmer is the one I watch religiously. The others I kind of jump in and out of, depending what they're doing. I've watched a little bit of Welkers lately because of the issues I've had with their big bud. For me it was Cold the Cornstar was one, but I've gone off him a lot because of all the extracurricular stuff he done. He's doing his house and that sort of stuff. Irks me as an architect. Irks me. So find some of his video titles are I'm sure we've all done it. I want to say Australia's bigger than the US. I feel like it is. It's a fun fact is that from Perth to Sydney is the same size as Los Angeles to New York. People don't realise it because of the old Mercator map projections, which scale the Northern Hemisphere more. Speaking of big farms, here he is. Hello, Ryan. How you doing? How many acres / hectares are you farming? Your new irrigator that is 1.2 kilometers wide and a 6.3 kilometer long field. It was crazy watching pull that chain out of the big bud though. Just rips it apart. Ridiculous. Aussie farm YouTubers, Tom's Brook Farm, Aaron Gray, and the Jackson Brothers. Your top speaker. I need to start watching some of those. I know of them all, but start with some. Back into the brain cut. Safe. Right, there we go. Do we have our orbit? Yeah. So we'll see. Wait. Even down his hectares, doing pre-emerge on the last 100 now. As in you're watching from the sprayer as we speak, Ron. Alright, we are almost halfway through this contract. It hasn't taken too long, has it? $30,000 contract. Flying through it. Cultivating field 88 is just about done. Field 91 weeding's just about done. And through some of those. Whee! Mike's had cataract surgery, so I'm assuming he's got his bad. We must be on his bad eye side. Oh, it was cornea. It was cornea. Sorry, not cataract. Cornea. People harvesting in New Zealand. You see the ocean in the background. They're down in Canterbury Ways. Spectacular scenery. Very fortunate where we live. Tom's Brook is good. 4,500 hectares in Esperance. Narrowing grain is basically your neighbour. Oh, nice. Let's spray now. Solid. Get fancy blue lights. I think the next purchase is have to be the grain cart upgrade. And I know you're gonna like got there, Brian, but what you guys have got, haven't you? Already one of these. One of these? Two of these? $200,000 grain cart for us. Got the horsepower to pull it. Alright, we're going to tidy up this little section over here and get that done. We haven't even filled up one trailer yet. One of had 81 tons of wheat in it. Goodness. Drummer, thank you, mate. Thank you for becoming a member of the team. Do appreciate that. Thanks for the support. Of course, all of that, all the support you guys show, and that helps keep these servers up and running. Do appreciate it all. And you never know, maybe another trip to farm on sometime in the future. Even like, yeah, South Africa, even like probably somewhere like Brazil and that. Like there's big land. Even in, Ukraine, the biggest wheat producing country in the world. Do what, sorry? Yeah, I thought so. I thought we could go down there. It'd be worth taking get the other combine and go and start it. Yeah, go for it. Alright, we're almost 50% done. This will be more than 50% through the field because we'll have all the wheat dump, which will count. You too, Shane. Take it easy, mate. And catch some sleep. Jump out of the cab just so I don't get that incessant beeping while we're uploading. Sunrise. Sunrise, moonrise. I'm gonna call it. Lovely. There's our next row of trees just there. And there's one more a little bit further over. Still a bit slow. Yeah. Almost quite a square field. A little bit long. So yeah, next victim's gonna be 101 down. There's a big and barley that I healed. Yeah. We should have 2 combines going in there. Alright, let's keep going. Almost got it. Perfect. I just wanted to clip the edge of where it transitioned there, but if I did that, it would be in about the right spot. Come straight down that edge on the way back. These trees are close. Who planted this field was trying to get as many seeds in the ground as possible. There must be wheat seed. And made it past them all except for the last one. Nature of that one, this isn't a real benefit. Get those edges, we'll go around and carry on. Okay, you've harvested 10 last night. I think it was on trip 6 with the small truck. We decided we needed a big one. 51 acres. I think the biggest is 6 acres. Down here at the moment, 20 acres. We're going to chainsaw a lot of those clumps of trees in your single player game. I hope you got permission for that, Garrett. It's these frown upon trees being cut down. Into a Scottish farm podcast, and they were blown away by the 1,000 acre farms. Yeah, it does show it all, doesn't it? In some regards, it just becomes a numbers game, right? The more you farm, the more you harvest. But in some instances, the yields might be a quarter of what others might expect on smaller stuff. I remember when we used to grow pumpkins. Father was on the council for the squash future council exporting to Japan, and he went on a trip over there, and farmers in Japan would harvest an acre. We had 80 acres. They couldn't believe it, but they would actually go out and hand tend to all of their, every single piece of fruit, every pumpkin being grown. They would go out there and hand tend it. They would, make sure it had the right protection and the right leaves covering it, or make sure there was no vines against it because then it blemishes them, and that was their way of doing it. Yeah, right. Big cucumber producing nation, eh? You have to make the most of what you've got, right? Oh, there's a button on the back of my controller. It's connected. Need to unbind that one. It's neat though, I didn't realise the one on the other side activated GPS though. And it's activating GPS I want it to activate. That's alright. Alright. If anyone's wondering, Starwood Whiskey from Victoria, Australia is our brand of choice this evening. Some friends went to Fiji and Vanuatu, Numia, one of the others, and we came back. We were looking after the car and things while they were away. Didn't pick them up from the airport, but they brought us a little 200ml bottle, but a whiskey. No, mine's actually a rum. They brewed off the explains why I was trying to wacky all the time. Ah, probably when I dropped the heater off. Oops. So anyhow, cheers everyone. Hopefully this weekend, talking about things, I'm hoping to have a new server set up and ready to run, and it's going to be something completely different to farming. Got the game save sorted out. I think I've got all the mods sorted out, and we'll be uploading that and inviting everyone over probably on Saturday, although this weekend I don't have travel for football. We're playing at home, which is nice. First home game of the season. Be cool. Have everyone's families and parents and friends and that come along and watch. Yeah, once again, it will be a challenge. Oh goodness, a haul. Low loaders, you reckon? At the other truck down there. Tell us more about the new server. Intrigued about which game. I'm intrigued about which. Play Simulator server. So we're going to be on one of the. We're going to be using some Terrafarm. Some small equipment, a small excavator, a small trommel. Try our hands at setting up a mine. Well, that's the plan anyhow, so see how that goes. With all the changes to Terrafarm, it's quite cool being able to enable polygons and find cuts and things like that. So you can set some levels and some depths we have to dig to and manipulate some cuts. Again, a little bit like this, aim to build up our equipment. We're not going to start off with the biggest, fanciest excavators and rock trucks and things like that. I know there's been a few people who've said it would be cool to have a little bit of a focus. I know we did a server in 22, which is on Yukon. Terrafarm and mining done on that. It's another shot. It was a 16x server though. I've deliberately not gone for the 16x. We got on that. Gone for a little bit compact. Still a big map, and still one of that. Either. Soften though. Here we go. Joysticks look on and off the lines. Hello, Joran, how you doing? See you, buddy. Coming by. And for all of those space and aficionados out there, looks like we treated to a Starship launch next week. 19th of May is their expected date. Be the 20th of May for New Zealand. Wednesday next week. That'd be exciting if that goes ahead. It'll be a wee while since the last one, and this will be the first of the new version Starship, and the first of the new pad, and busy, but all good. That's good to hear. Yeah, same actually. I feel like I'm getting pulled in a lot of different directions. I need a rice planter. Oops. Why not? Here it is. I'm going to be wearing your SpaceX shirt. Can't wait. Nice one, drummer. Yeah, so what do we need to get that case? We're keeping 500 and it's 299. We need to have 799 the account. We can save money by getting the US version though. So 500 bucks. Lines. On the ERC 3 point if we don't need 3 point off. This says 20k, but doesn't oh, standard. Oh, that's just weight. Into the field mic. There was no trees in the way. Interesting, today I was reading about SpaceX potentially buying some land, 240,000 acres of Louisiana coastline down there closer to New Orleans, identified as a potential additional launch facility. What piqued my interest even more was they were talking about other locations globally, so I'd be fascinated and interested in thinking about where else they could be looking for that. It's the second most prolific site of rocket launches in the world at the moment. New Zealand wouldn't be a bad choice. Brian Campion, is this map Australian? It's about as Australian a map as you're going to find in Farming Simulator at the moment. But yeah, it is. It's very, and for me, it is very Australian. Might be my biased opinion. Yeah, I'll be fine. Okay, cool. Right, so one more pass. What's our contract at? 78%. Free sale. Free delivery. Oh, should it? 80%. Cool. Cross we get there. Right, there you go. I've just updated the command, so exclamation mark map. If you're interested in finding the map, Ryan. Right, there we go. Do you know, I've set that up, Garrick, so many times, and I go and look. I don't know, maybe. Okay, I'll be quiet now because I still had it set for miles. I've got to change the. I've got two Willow River mod folders. Maybe I'll change them. I don't know. I'll fix it. And we're done. We're done. What is it? What's going on here? Which one needs they last collisions of the trailers apparently? Right, fieldwork did get to 80%. Alright, so we'll get the header unfolded. Get down, let's connect that. We'll get the combine folded up. Get the header hooked up. There. Then on our driving lights. Let's go from this field. Nala Creek's another good. Yeah, another got two. 500 horsepower Steiger with 12,000 hours on it. Still runs great if you get that high, you can tell. Impressed if we got that high. 160 is probably the highest I think I've seen on any equipment we own. Now plot my route out of here. Ah, easy. Left, and down there, and we're. There could be warmer as well. Cold for the. I have to have a look into how specific customizing. Not entirely sure. Again, the landscape and nature of it. Sounds like I'm going to have to study the historic meteorological patterns of Winchester before I finish the map then off to satisfy you lot. Can't have any inaccuracies. Nah, still not close enough to say anything about it. It's close to being ready. It's close to being ready for sort of a first testing. I want to get it to the point where all I've really got left to do is decorate the town. testing. A few things that still tidy up. Custom buildings in town. Leave so I can start testing. Lot to learn. You start diving into modding, there's a lot of get your head around. You're blaming invisible walls on crashing, but we're at 40 kilometers per hour, still a bit of a drive to where we're going. Okay. Over ye old Willow River. It's got very 1-1. Right. Dirt track just over to our right. One. Looks like we made it. Go to the map and look how far we've. Which field are we in? This one on the right, is it? Ah, 101. Don't have access there. So. Oh. Or in a combine mic, I'll do the green card. Yeah. Change of scenery. Careful. Let's power up. This is 30 horsepower. Hold down. Ocean Eyes Wayne. Can you have different soils and farm sim or just in black soil? You can across a map, but not independently. But it would be a custom thing. Here's a mod map in Mod Hub, which I think it's focused on Brazil and South America, which has a red soiled sort of base. First Ute Monster. Intriguing. Right. Grain cart operator Argsy. Yeah. The contract is complete and %. How long do we reckon the field is? Perhaps 4 kilometers across. Yes, that's 2 kilometers. Almost a far off a kilometer long, is it? I can't tab out and look at the map while we're driving on get there in a second. I didn't say pro grain cart driver actually, I just said grain cart driver actually. Alright, there we go. I can do a bit of in-cab for you, Bruce. Something else so nicely. Field of view, just to make it a little bit easier. Right, so go down and meet Mike down here a little bit further. Dust is really quite attractive. Bit of open. Super Mario Green. I know it's going to be very busy. Once we get the truck back, I know it's going to be... The worst part is it'll be full at one end and then... And this is the conundrum you were talking about the other day, Ryan, was when you're working in a long field and you park your truck here and your grain cart's full here and your combine's full. How do you do it? Running a... Yeah, but I'm going to be full. That's almost 17,000 litres. It's a hopper capacity and we haven't made it the length of the field yet. That's me full, so... New challenge. Loyal, how are you, buddy? See you. Are you playing on Workcomb? It's amazing. It is a beautiful map, isn't it? A bit spoiled for choice at the moment with La Marche and Workcomb coming out pretty much 2 weeks apart. Six, 7. Darling one line, you did that on purpose, didn't you, Ryan? Aren't you? Put a mother bin at each end, then collect all the grain after. We don't. A mother bin. Yeah, we do. Be one way to do it. Alright, while we're doing that, let's jump here. Shoot some this looks tiny now, doesn't it? Compared to what we were just operating. Little one. Little baby combine. Is mother bin on my list of things we need to buy? Remember now. Cannot remember. Too slow outloading trucks. Is that right? I suppose if you're running the Bowser grain cart, you're offloading pretty quick. It's got a massive auger on it, doesn't it? Evening, Dr. Fish. Good to see you. Day job getting out. Those day jobs are pesky, aren't they? It suck how we need them to be able to buy food and survive. It's so much easier if we can go away with them. Tons a minute. What would you get out of a mother bin? 5? Axelson's gonna have to ready your dags, mate. Two combines and a grain cart full. Sunflowers, wheat, soybeans. Carry 3 different crops. More than 5 but not heaps. I have to justify using one when you chase a whole 78 ton other than 730, right? That's true. Very good point. Right, we're reaching up closer. There's another contract. Looking, Mike is sitting at 71%. See him working his way down that side. I don't think you are. I was just wondering whether I harvest in halfway towards you and then turn around and we might do it together. A shot 60 so I can harvest to 80% down and around and go back. Yeah, so I'm just gonna cut and turn around. There's method to my madness. at 80%, so how far can you get, Mike? You go till you're full. What have you got, 10% space? You reckon you get that done? Not gonna make it, are you? Yeah. There you are. I'm gonna cut back a lot. I'm gonna have another little bit more space. Come and cut you out. I've at least cut enough of a track we can get the grain cart down to. Over any of the crop. Look. Oh no, I'm not even going to do this. 98. 99. Oh, crikey. Okay, how are you? Entering with intent. Alright, let's line these up, ready to unload when the truck gets here. Alright, look at that, $830,000. Let's have a look here. Yep. Bridge. Go shopping while we wait for the truck, you reckon? Follow the truck along. Oh, it's gone. Big question. US. Do we want the 3-point hitch on the back? Do we have anything that needs a 3-point hitch? Everything right then left. Get that later if we need it. Alright, go without. We will go without. Look at this sail on it. Oof. Standard, standard, standard. Wait. Stay ready. Okay. Right. Alright, we'll leave it like that. We are buying a second hand. This is one thing I don't like with second hand. You can go through and configure it. But let's buy it. Customize the plates to chunk one. Ah. Darn it, I didn't see that. Look at that, we've got 3 trailers. Excellent. Alright. I'm getting myself psyched up to be the grain cart man. It'll be interesting. Hey Shea, good morning to you. How you doing? You got 3 butterflies. Nice work. That's good. Result. Okay, look at yeah. Alright, here we go. Someone wants to take the Mac, if you want to take the combine, go for it. 38. You want to drive the another half dozen trailers on that road train. Probably could. Probably could. Alright, so combine number 2 is going over the other side. Please. Look at that, I was sitting smack bang in the centre. Actually nailed it. Always spec after purchase for repair costs based on purchase option. Ah, they're right. There you go. I don't know if I ever look at repairing the mark. I actually hardly ever buy anything. Alright, now I'm going to have to use the simple inspector down in that bottom corner and keep an eye on them both. Mike, would it be really helpful when we get about halfway down this field? We would cut across on a 90. Yeah, roughly around the field number. So it's going to do laps of the field. You still haven't had a chance to retest. Ah, that's all good, mate. No dramas. I'm pretty confident it's going to work, but would just be good to have it looked at. Doubly sure. Maybe halfway down the long end. Just cutting through the middle of the field so I could dig in and around. Okie dokie. Well, we've still got light. We're going to hit fast night in 12 minutes. We're going to zoom through to the morning, which will be interesting because that's okay. First thing, chance of a twister apparently. More rain and 11. Yep. And harvesting, we're well and true. It's barley, wheat. Things to be harvesting. The other thing I've featured is we're using a cool mod that Hyper's actually built, which limits and can control and adjust on your server what crops grow. We're finding there was lots of root crops, spinach, beans, those kind of things that the AI were planting, and of course we have any ways to harvest those mod. Care of that. Maybe you're gonna release that Hyper. Okay. Excellent. All right. Okay. Oh. What did... You all go on the wrong side, so good. Cool. Apparently 48%, so should be able to. So we're messing around with awkward pros there. Okay, happy days. Keep mic unloaded because then we can run back down the other side. Mic and mic. Image. Probably get copyrighted for saying image now. You get too close. I'm driving a straight line. Right. Beacons on at 80%. Right, till we're full. Unload our little section through the middle of the field is going to come in handy. We got the tractor to pull it now. Red Bowser. Or it could be arranged. I don't think that'll take much. I don't know. Just your special tractor, reserved just for you. Transfer it to his own farm. All right. Alright, let's reset view. Let's see what's going on. No. Now, I've thought about doing that before, Ryan. A real narrow AB. Clever idea. Good to know it works too. Truck half full, 55%. I'd say technically I could do that on this tractor, but it doesn't have VCA. It's got VCA on the server. We can control add-on socket sets. So, not enabled. Yeah, I've seen some of the guys using that. The John Deere Command Center and being able to shuttle the grain cart forward or backwards, or positioning it where they want it. I might have look at full here. Yeah, we struggle to get loaded. Time. Oh, we got them down to 80%. It might have just saved us a couple of shots. Let's see. Let's go. The horsepower on this thing. Hey, Gilgamoth, how you done? Let's see. Every part of the 100%. Catching up in your lunch break. Nice one. Well, thanks for tuning in, mate. Appreciate you. So I suspect the mic is now full, so even a bit of a closer up. Definitely bigger grain cart. Not big enough for these. Been alright for the little 5088. Big baby. Alright, we're at the fast nights. Wondering why it was getting dark all of a sudden. I'm set at 200, so we're gonna rocket through. The last 20 minutes of the stream, we'll rocket through to the morning. Okay, more. I'm enjoying it, Gilgamesh. I'm enjoying the way we've set the server up to be heavily contract focused at the moment, because getting to do different things in different parts of the map. Right for the twister. Access and get your covers on the front bins. Farmer's crops getting wet. The twisters just pop up on the forecast, even though we've got them turned off. Also, screen count for the wind realism is optional. It seems to be pulling okay. Excellent, truck going alright. Fully loaded. Right. Yeah, just a full. Running an AF11 in Australia. No, they haven't brought them into Aussie, have they? I'm intending to. Which is interesting. Oh, and that's because the CR11, the New Holland's there, isn't it? Sorry, what's the other harvester? Oh, he's a. I was watching. I was hoping you were going to make it to the end of the field before you needed an unload, but not to be. maybe a would have had that tram lines down it. Alright. It's all finished off. Okay, let's do it. Set up distance. Here we go. Alright, 120 tons of grain in there. Oh, Mike's almost going to have enough grain to fill this up. Just like. Oh. Lucky. It's the frame generation. Alright, I don't know why I volunteered to be the green card. The trailers. Stays connected. A lockout on it so it doesn't. Give yourself a hole. Yep. Fuck. Ain't going nowhere. Alright, well, there we go. Finally turn the lights off. Might as well go give it a spin. Back to the farm. So let's have a look here. Fastest for each. Do speed sync while you're behind and right into the correct spot, move forward, you break it. Correct as this one. Little T7. Blue one. And a wee little tractor. Are we going to have enough? Still not going to have enough to build the truck. Might just about have enough in the packet. Like you should jump across a lane and do the skinny road so you don't get full hunt. Right, I've got 11,000 litres. Hopefully that's going to top this thing up. Looking cab at the rest. Roger that. At armrest console. Right, there we go. Cool. Old one, yeah. It must be a modern one. Oh, it's not, it's just a base game. I didn't think it would. Yeah, it's awesome. That's that one, it is a mod. It's the 2011 series. that. Make it a little bit empty. You might just make it done with it. Go. Alright, well, that's me done. Truck's not here, so now it's just going to be a case of whether we've got enough capacity in the two combines. Locked out. Bagisu Ichu? That, sorry, completely nail of your username there, but hello. Welcome along. Ichu, nice to have you here. Picture in Discord, you are right. Mike's gonna need some fuel soonish, 34%. Not immediately. %. That's the field left. It's gonna be close, Mike. Be close. Two rows in the head again. You only got a pass and a half left to do, Ryan. Monitor, or is that? Oh. Where are you going in that? Must be that way. Green's where you've been, is it? And Ray's it must be a little bit narrow because it looks like so your sequences, your sections end on your right side of the overlap. All right, where are we up to? 75%. 25% capacity left in the combine. 24. Makes it 55. He's going to make it. He's going to show in. Fine. Might have to scrape up the last of this field. It's going to be close. Hey, Jeffrey. Good morning to you, mate. 100 hectares done. 30. Nice. Right. So this field's going to be all we're going to do tonight. But oh look. Oh, 103. Field next door's popped up. We'll take that on while we're here. Next one. Rude not to, really, wouldn't it? And we've finished the field work, so hopefully what Exelson's got to deliver is going to do it for the delivery point there, I can see. $97, $98, you're not going to do it, are you? Oh so close. Oh, so close. That's alright, Mick's going to have enough space to pick up any bids. 76k to pay off the trailer hire. Purchase in about 80k's. Oh, do you mean more from where you are now? So one of the other limits was to stop lots of hire purchasing. That value there couldn't be more than 10 grand. 88. Oh yeah. Still got the 9RX sucking up a huge chunk of. Should have really paid that off rather than buying a contract, but can't look past it, can you? Past it. Mike, you might as well leave the header on. Again, we're gonna. No, fair enough. Fair enough. Go. Katie's field finished. That worked out alright. Truckload and then 3 full hoppers. Tribine. Working on your combine on your farm. Hey Gilby, how you doing? So is that all your pre-emerge done then? Saying you had about 100 hectares left to finish all of it? It looks perfect. I can't see any problem. Okay. And all the canola too. Need to buy a new combine, that one's full. That is going to be the next big challenge. Getting the next combine in, of course. The AF11's $40,000. Need a bit more coin to get there. Oh, we didn't even harvest enough to finish the contract. I didn't even deliver enough to finish the contract. You need to do it the other way. Let Mick put his combine over the grain cart and then you can go into the back and Mick's combine. Uh, 2037. Yeah, under about 45,000. Then we're gonna harvest it. Well, we'll leave everything here because. Which is wheat, and that might fit in 2 trailers. So I could get away with barley in one and the other. Uh, 143,000. Yeah. Gilby, you missed joining tonight and saw everything ready to join. Yes, it's perfect. That'll be good. Be good. Another Aussie, seems to be a few of us tonight. There is a few Aussies, Blogstar. And to be perfectly honest with you, mate, that is what the server is all about and why we've sort of jumped onto this Aussie bandwagon. And the reason we do them on Wednesday nights is, as much as it's great to have European and Americans joining us, and I do appreciate you guys, the main focus was to give Aussies and Kiwis the opportunity to have a server to make their own and host in Aussie. So it's hosted in Sydney, it's low ping. My ping's 40 milliseconds at the moment. But Axelson, what are you playing? What's your ping? No, not asked. I'm playing on 180 and it's bearable. Yeah, if it was consistently 180. Hey mate, how you FSG, how you doing? Good to see you, buddy. I'm just about finished anyhow, so the end of it. Nice 20 milliseconds. Nice hyper. Whiskey pairing, we're drinking the Starwoods whiskey tonight. This is the Victorian distillery. I was going to say Victorian distillery. Starwood. Is it Supernova, this one? It's quite fine. Well, I was on a separate save of the map today. It's a great map. Well, that's an effort. It is a great map, though. And I've said it a few times, but I'm really enjoying playing it as a contract map because getting to experience the whole map. Too often I'd play in a large map and you might, like literally if you were, say, playing on this farm, the extent you might farm is that and then the sell point in the store. So limited to there, unless you occasionally go to a different sell point or maybe up to the animal. But by doing this, I think we did a harvest contract up on 90, we've done 117, we've been on these fields, on some fields in here, fields in here. I've been on, yeah, a little bit up there, so definitely some good options. Right, there we go, that's how you unload a combine. Interestingly enough, the grain cart's unloading faster than the little combine can. Oh, that's because Mike's filling up the little combine quicker to unload. Still, the grain cart's unloading fast. Just midday you're thinking about whiskey. Well, it's 11 PM at night here, so you know, the old saying of it's 5 PM somewhere would hold well and truly true. Yeah, Mike's saying it's 5 AM. Thinking the human centipede too. Oh. Did that farmer purchase the next tractor just to have workers doing contracts while you harvest fields? Oh, nice. That's a good way to do it. Right, well, while might as well we've finished for all in. It's a second combine, because we've got the large tractors, but we needed to have at least to buy a second field. We needed to have 2 large combines. Yeah, only for the first 5, and that was to encourage the equipment for the contractor to be bought rather than fields and growing the farm. So, take that on. All right, that was good. It's good. Still got the same amount of money we started out with, and we now own a contract. Really discounted contract, but hey, all the same. It looks like your old man. It looks good. I was sitting there admiring it before as it was just parked on the edge of the field. Really did look good. Liked it. Alright, well there we go. It is 10 past 11 and it is my bedtime. Staying up way too late, way too many nights, so I am going to go to bed rather than muck around doing some other things. Just finished a huge almond harvest. Yeah, how'd you do almonds? Good. Interesting. But yeah, there we go. Another productive episode. Let's go and see if our new character. We already been put to work. Stuff already been being used. Rex has got it. He's picking stones with it. High efficiency farming. me in. There he is. Yeah. Putting it to good use. Nice. Alright. Yeah, we'll catch you later on. Night Farmer Flash, good to see you. Gilby, glad you were able to catch the end. Yeah, and hopefully you can catch the next stream. We'll jump into the stream too. Garrick, good to see you too. Well. But yeah, there we go. Another one done here on Willow River. Really enjoying these, jumping on and doing them, and enjoying having lots of people watching and lots of people joining in too. That's what it is all about. That's what we want these servers to be. Then we want to see you guys enjoying them. So, yeah, catch you live on the weekend. Once again, keep an eye out for whether it's Saturday morning or Sunday morning New Zealand time. As I said earlier, home football game this weekend, so no travel for me, which is great. Which does mean I could go back to Sundays. We'll see. We might even do Saturday, Sunday. Promise. No, but new server. Kind of mentioned a little bit about what it's going to be. If you like driving excavators and front loaders and rock trucks and those kind of things, this could be the server for you. Even if you want to get into some forestry, farming optional. This one would be the best way to put it. So yeah, keep an eye out for that. It'll be live and ready to go for the stream. We'll be kicking it off on the weekend. So that one. Anyhow, have a good rest of your week. Stay safe. Enjoy whatever you're doing, or whoever you're doing it with. And we'll catch you again soon. Take care. See you later. Bye.